There might be sometimes you just want to make a program that does what you want it to do and you don't want all the other stuff that comes with other programs. So with ChatGPT today, you can do that. You can make your own programs and you don't even need knowledge of code. You will eventually need knowledge of code, but you can learn it pretty simply and pretty fast, and one of the fastest growing is Python. So that's what I want to show you today, how to make a program with Python in ChatGPT, or with ChatGPT. So the first thing you want to do is go to python.org, go to downloads, and so we'll have a look at that. Go to downloads here, and you'll see this button here, but you want to click on Windows over here, and then you want to find out if you have you want to get the installer. You don't want to get the zip file or the portable version. You might, I don't know, but if you want to install it like I'm doing here, then do this. I've got 64-bit, you may have 32-bit, so have a look at your system. Go to settings and look at system, and you will see it. You can just type on and click the start button, type in system, and then click on system, and then right there is showing me I have a 64-bit, so that's the one that I want. I can get it to highlight. Okay, so I've already got that downloaded, and I'll be sure and get the installer so it'll install for you. And then we're going to go back to the next thing we want to do is install Sublime Text Editor, and you can find that at this address here. Let's go have a look at it real quick. So here's Sublime Text Editor. I'll put the link in the description below. But the 64-bit installer is right here for that one, and the portable version's there, but 64-bit installer works for me. Next, we want to go to OpenAI or ChatGPT, and that'll be chat.openai.com. So here we are at ChatGPT. We don't have to buy the 4 version to do this. You can get, I've been able to get most of my stuff done just like this without buying and paying for the ChatGPT. I just used the free version. So what we want to do next is we want to give it a prompt, throw a prompt to it. I want to say make a basic Python Windows app. Let's see what it does. Okay, it says we might need to install TK, so if you've never installed it, you probably have to. So what we are going to do here is just copy the code. Then we're going to go to our desktop, click on Open in Terminal, and then in the terminal we're just going to do a right click anywhere and it'll paste it in there for us. And you can press enter and it'll install. I think mine's already installed, so successfully installed. So we're good once you get that. So the next thing we want to do is go back, and then up here it had the code for the window, so we're going to click on this. That's where it first started writing it at. I'll click copy. And we're going to take that, we're going to go into here. I'm on drive C and I'm in a new folder. It doesn't matter where you do this, whether it be desktop or whatever. It's just easier to show you on here. That's going to make a new text document too. So we're going to double click on that, open it up, drag it over here, and paste it in there. Alright, that's all the code there is. There's nothing left, top to bottom. Okay, so we're going to close it, save it. Then we are going to change the extension on it right here. Now if you're not able to see your extensions, click on View. Click on Show, go down here. Make sure you got a check right here. File name extensions. If that's checked, then you should be able to see your extension. Just click on it 2 times really slow and it'll let you go into renaming mode. And rename it PWY. Then just click over here in the white. Wait a minute, I did that wrong. I think it's PYW. PYW. Okay, that's Windows mode for Windows 11. Best way I know how to explain it. So now you see the icon changed here. That's what you want it to do. So now you can double click on it. We can run that app. I have to pull it over here because that's how they start up in the corner, like kind of like that. They'll start up all crunched up like this, and you can fix that, and I'll show you how later. But anyway, so it says welcome to Windows app, and click me, and it says hello Windows app. Okay, now let's do some more. Let's give it this prompt. We're going to add to our program. This time we want a drop down menu, a basic drop down menu. I have it make us a basic drop down menu. Go back to ChatGPT, just scroll on down to the bottom there, and we'll paste that in. And we'll have it add that to our program. Okay, copy that and go back to our folder. We'll go back to there and click on that, but this time we can't double click it because it'll run, well, it'll run the window. And what we want to do, we don't want to run the window. We want to edit the code in this window. So now that we've changed the extension, we got to do it a different way. So what we do is we do a right click and we open it with Notepad from now on. Okay, and here we're going to select all the code. Then we're going to press the delete button. Then we're going to right click and paste the new code that we got from ChatGPT. And then we want to save it. Well, we can just close it. We want to save it. Now let's run it and see what we got. I'll have to get the app. It's off in the corner over here doing its thing. So now we have a button and a label, and we have a drop down menu. Now you can go in there and you can change open to whatever you want it to say. You can change save to what you want it to say. And you can put your code underneath these buttons so it runs it. If we click exit, it will actually exit, so that one works. Let's go have a look at the code and see what's going on. And like I said, you don't need to know any of this Python to do this. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Just see how far you can go and how much you can learn. And then I'll show you another website in a minute that'll help you learn more Python. So basically here we are importing the tkinter. That is the window that's the part that makes the window for you. And then here's the title of the window when it was open. And now we're making a function. It says define a function, so that DEF stands for define. And then button clicked is the function name that we're calling. And then whenever we do that, it's going to put this under the label. It's going to put hello Windows app, which you saw a while ago. Then we're going to, you've got your button here as well. So whenever you click that button, it's going to say click me, and then it's going to call the button click function, which is right here, button click function. And then again, we just turn around and run the same thing. So when we click on, that's making the label, so that's that part that you first see whenever the window opens up. And then pack is just put it in here any way you can. Don't worry about the size and everything. That's why it's all crunched up in the corner like that. Next we have create a menu bar, so it does the menu bar creation. And then we have still making the menu bar here, but these are comments right here where it has the little number sign. That is a comment, so you can put anything you want right here, so that's why it's using it for a comment for you. You can make your own comments as well. As long as you put the number sign in front of it, it won't execute it as code, it'll just step over it. And so that's making the menu bar. And then that's where we saw open. So you could change open to any name you want it to be, or save. And then you have exit. So you see how this part is saying it's got a comma, and then it says command and then app.quit. So that's the command for it to quit the application. And you would do the same thing here. You're going to type in a comma, you're going to type in command equals, and then what you'll want to do at this point is build you a function up here so it can go and call that function. So button underscore click is the one that we can call. Might not be the one you want, but for an example this will work. And so you're going to call that function, and then you got to be sure and put your closing bracket on. And so whenever you click save now, it'll do the same thing. It'll call that function as well. So basically you got your functions, you got your buttons, and whenever you click your buttons they go and call the functions. The functions have your code underneath it, and it's going to run your code. Now from there on you got to figure out, now what kind of code do I want to use, you know. And so you could ask ChatGPT to, when I click the button, make it say whatever you want it to say in there, and then you can see how each time it does that it gives you a new answer. Or say when I click the button, the second button, make it open a folder, you know, and then you can go in, look at the code and see how it went about doing that. So between working with ChatGPT, having it to write some code, and then if you don't understand it, just copy this in there, paste it in ChatGPT and say, what is this doing? How does this work? And it'll tell you how it works. Also, you can go to this place, and it's called Learn to Code, and it is w3schools.com. It's a good place to learn. Click on Python up here, and you can just go through these tutorials on the side, and you can start getting really familiar with the code. So between all these techniques, you just keep following these lessons through, and you're going to know a lot more and understand a lot more about how to build code and make your own code. So you can make your own programs. So that's really all you need to know. That should get you going right there, and just keep on doing that in your spare time. Take a little bit of time, like an hour a day or 2 hours a day, and start learning how to code and make your own programs. So remember the problem where the app opens up and then it opens up over at the corner, and it's like really little and stuff like that when you open it up. Well, you fix that by going in here, right clicking, select Notepad. Actually, what we want to do is double click on it. Here it is off in the corner again. So I'm going to bring it over here. And so I want it to be a certain size. So I want to size it like so. And so I built this other little program using ChatGPT that'll let me get the size. So when you go up and down, side to side, and resize it, it'll let you find the size of the window. Now you stick that on top of here, and then you get it set in just right. You copy to clipboard, and it's going to copy that information. See, it looks like it's the same size. And we want to paste it in there right under the Windows title, and we got to put this app dot and then our size. And now every time I open it, it's going to open right here.